I have a question for you. Are you genitalians? Not Gentiles, I know the difference. Are you genitalians? That is a word that I'm coining. Do you vote based on somebody's genitalia? Because Hillary Clinton wants you to vote based on her genitalia. And it occurs to me that Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton are obsessed with the same genitalia, Mr. Producer. So the question is, are you genitalians? Do you vote for somebody's character? Do you vote for what they think? Do you vote for what their positions are on the issues? Or do you vote for their genitalia? And it's also very peculiar, Bill and Hillary obsessed with the same genitalia. I would make this point too. This identity politics is now genitalia politics. And it appeals to emotion, and you're supposed to suspend rationality. It's time we had a woman in the Oval Office. No, let's talk about this woman in particular, Hillary Clinton. No, you can't do that. You see, it cuts both ways with Hillary. She gets it both ways, and it's this. She wants you to know she's a woman, and by God, women unite. Unite behind Hillary. And so a guy says, well, Hillary, wait a minute. Don't use my first name just because I'm a woman. What? That's right. She's running as a woman. But don't mention it unless she says you can mention it. Oh, this will be interesting. And so I want to ask women in this vast radio audience, particularly liberal women, what are Hillary Clinton's accomplishments? Number one. And number two, are you genitalians? That is, are you going to vote based on what Hillary does or does not have below the waist, as opposed to what she does or does not have between her ears? When the history is written about America, this will be one of the lowest of low points. It truly will. It truly will, because Hillary's trying to rally women to the cause. The cause of what? Her genitalia? What is the cause? How about we get to some substance? What are her accomplishments? She was a senator for what, 8 years? Anyone notice? Secretary of State for several years. Everybody noticed that. A complete and utter disaster. As First Lady, she did all she could to protect her husband, who was a pervert, an adulterer, who was impeached and held in contempt. And, of course, he's the most popular Democrat of all Democrats, given his pedigree, his resume. It was a very bizarre announcement Sunday, and I'm proud to say I had other things to do. But we do have what's called audio clips. Now, here's some of what Hillary said. I think it goes, how long, Mr. Producer? 30 seconds? She spoke for 35 seconds, which to me is 30 seconds too long. But that's just me. I'm not a genitalian. Let us go ahead and play that. Go ahead.
I'm getting ready to do something, too. I'm running for president. Americans have fought their way back in tough economic times, but the deck is still stacked in favor of those at the top. Every day Americans need a champion, and I want to be that champion. So you can do more than just get by. You can get ahead and stay ahead, because when families are strong, America is strong.
Oh, when families are strong, America is strong. Oh, thank you. Like her family, very strong. There's a family unit. Hillary Clinton talking for family. I remember the day several years ago when they were coming through their crises, so many of them. But in this case, Bill Clinton, and you know. Weren't they going to adopt a child? Remember that, Mr. Producer? And I mocked them back then. Whatever happened? Did they ever adopt a child? I mean, Chelsea's not adopted, is she? Just asking. Do we know for sure? Just asking. Oh, they were going to adopt a child. Remember that? They put that out? I think they got a dog instead. I don't even remember. Maybe it was a cat. So the question is on the table for ladies in particular, liberal ladies, What do I have, about 3 of them listening? But in any event, liberal ladies, and I'll be very polite, as I always am. What are Hillary Clinton's accomplishments, and are you a genitalian? And I would ask men, too, are you genitalians, too? Is this what you vote on? Is this how you vote? I mean, the truth is, if you're a guy and you're a genitalian, you're going to vote for a woman, most guys. You get my point, Mr. Producer? I mean, if that's your focus, it's not going to say, I'm voting for Romney. You're going to, wait a minute. No, I'm a genitalian. No way I'm voting for Romney. Get my point? Like, if I'm voting on genitalia, I'm not voting that way. No, don't get me wrong. There's some who will. We know this. But me? No. If I'm a genitalian, I'm not voting for the guy. Good Lord. But anyway, I am curious about this. Tongue-in-cheek, if you will, but also, is this not a pathetic appeal? Oh, and by the way, she represents families in the middle class. How so? How does she represent families in the middle class? When? Where? How? I'm going to tell you something, folks. Despite all the media glitz and blitz and all the rest, she's a weak candidate. She's a weak candidate. She does not really connect with a lot of Americans. And so they will push every hot button they can. The race baiting, the genitalia button. Is there such a button, Mr. Producer? Why am I asking you? What do you know? But in any event, the class warfare, how they're for the middle class and for families. And, of course, we need a conservative opponent who can articulate our positions and contrast them with this nonsense. If we get another rhino who sits there and goes on and on, I'm a severe conservative. No. You have a severe rash. You're either a conservative or you're not. Oh, got confused. John McCain. Gee willikers. Yeah. What are you, kook, a right-winger? Yeah, gee willikers. We've had enough of that.